Going on, y'all? Y'all know what it is, man. It's your boy, Raider Rob, aka Moon Rock, aka Rob, aka Mr. Mason, whatever you want to call it, man. Listen, y'all tuning in, y'all checking in the lead check today. All right. Without further ado, let me go ahead and introduce my guest with me today, my counterpart, my ace, my homeboy, Uncle Daddy. What's going on?
What's good, bro?
We getting it popping, man. Getting it popping. Listen, man. If you're new to the channel, go ahead. This is episode 1. All right. If you're new to the channel, go ahead, give us a like, give us a subscribe. We post every week, all right? But listen, football season starting to get ramped up. Uncle Daddy starting to get ramped up. Things starting to get popping. But since we still got a little time before the season start, some things that's already came out. Now I don't know about everybody that's watching this, but I'm a betting man. All right. And I live in Kansas City, Missouri. The shit here is legal now. All right. So now I get to bet from my own home. I ain't got to take the trip over to the Kansas side and make any bets. But for those who like to make some bets, I want to put something out here because everybody here is a fan of some type of team. Somebody's a fan of whoever it is in the NFL. I don't give a shit who you're a fan of. But I will say, for the most part, Vegas has got some odds for us, and me and Uncle Daddy gonna go through these today. We're gonna comb through them and see if there's even type any props that we would like. Not necessarily props, but future bets, right? And today, on today's episode, man, we're just gonna go through division odds over and under for wins, right? Now, if you guys don't already know, I already said my name's Raider Rob, so you already know what team I roll with. And I know Uncle Daddy has his teams as well. So he's probably gonna be able to give you more of an in-depth probably on the teams that he watches, follows, and give you a better critique than I can based off of what his knowledge is about him. So Uncle Daddy, you ready to get this thing cracking, man? I know you already got something in the cup. I don't know if you're drinking an IPA or we drinking something
Definitely.
hard. All right, listen. You
IPA.
guys put in the comments what kind of IPA you drink, man. Uncle Dave's an IPA guy. We probably gonna do some episodes about beers here in a minute too, because
Sweet.
he knows definitely a lot more than I do. All right. But listen, man, we checking in right now. First, we're gonna get this thing cracking out the way. All right. We're gonna start with the AFC East division. Um, and I know, Unc, I sent you
I got it.
the list of the wins and the over-unders, right? I think the
Yep.
over-unders kind of matter because it kind of just tells what Vegas odds think that they're going to finish. Of course, these could adjust based off of trades, people getting hurt, blah, blah, blah. But as of right now, this is where they're looking at. So, man, I looked at the AFC East, right? And Buffalo's the first team that is, of course, listed. And the way that Vegas did it, I can tell they look like they gave them the least amount of wins to the most wins, right? So Vegas feels like they can't lose any less than 8, but expect them to win at least 9. And it looks like they can win more than 12, but can't go under. Obviously, I mean they can't go over 13 per se because wins over, not saying they can't, but looking at the odds of it, they got them listed at the lowest ends, 8.5 wins, meaning over under, or you go 12.5 because you might think this team could give you 13 wins in a season. So kind of looking at that, going over that for you guys that don't know, I will be putting these up so you guys can see the odds as well. But you tell me which one would you take? All right. Post down in the comments which one would you take. I'm gonna tell you right now which one. I play it safe when it comes to stuff like this. I'm very safe with it, but I will say Buffalo Bills, they get they I don't know. Sometimes I don't know. They'll go on a 4-game losing streak, be damn near out the playoffs, and they rally off 6 wins, and then you think your bet's done, and then they done figured it out, right? So, Uncle Day, I'm gonna start off with this one, man, and for the AFC East for the Buffalo Bills, I'm going to play the safe route right now, and I'm going to give them 10 wins in their division. I mean, on the season, that puts that at a over. The over is -210. I kind of like that. Um, I think Buffalo is more likely still the front runner in that division. I know that obviously New England represented them that division in the Super Bowl last year. But I'm gonna go over 9.5 wins. That's just my opinion because I just feel like Buffalo is just gonna keep doing what they need to do.
So I'm gonna tell you what, if I was betting today, I'm gonna go up a notch and go at 11 and a half. I truly believe they can get to that 12 and a half mark. But the only reason, if I was betting today, the only reason I would stick at the 11 and a half wins, we ain't got the training camp yet.
Well, even then, but I think that's the reason why the futures is like that. So I think
Agreed, but
I
I'm,
think
I'm saying if I had these numbers in front of me during training or like after training camp, I would probably give them the 12 and a half go
well,
over
yeah, I
the
mean,
13 wins.
yeah, respectfully, but I mean, like I
Yeah.
said, I think that's why Vegas got it like this. Like I said again, as the as training camp gets done with and you get into preseason, these odds can definitely shift. I
They can
think
shift.
I think
Right.
I think for the futures bets, if somebody was making these bets today, your odds of where they would go. That's why I said I was gonna play it more safe because yes, as
I'm,
we
I'm,
get
I'm gonna
closer
just
to
be I'm gonna just be slightly more aggressive, only because, like you said earlier, Buffalo is scared the shit out of you. Figure it out. Next thing you know, they headed into the damn AFC Championship or some shit. So
you know, right? No,
they
you
drive me
right.
nuts.
No, you right,
But
man. They
you
you
know,
never know. You never know, man. You would think they
aren't
gonna
they
make the
moving into
playoffs.
that? They're moving into that new stadium
Oh
this year too,
yeah,
right?
yeah. From what I heard is done.
Yeah.
What I heard
So
is done.
I'm quite sure them cats gonna be geeked up on that. I don't remember if they lost a lot on defense.
I don't
I know,
know.
I know. Well, we got one of the guys.
Yeah, I know they lost. I mean, obviously they lost some players.
Yeah.
I don't know the whole defensive. Um, I don't even know Buffalo's whole defense to be honest. I couldn't tell you
Okay.
more than maybe a handful of players I know that's on that side of the ball. So
We got a new coach coming in too. So I still think a Josh Allen led team can get you to 13 wins. But if I'm dropping my money on it today, I'm gonna go at I would put my money at the 11 half
I
spot, and
will
I think
say
that's
this.
pretty
Let
safe.
me ask you this because you just said something. I want you to touch on that before we go to this next team. You said you believe a Josh Allen led team could get you to those wins. Is that with a subpar defense or a below average defense or what?
Hell, they been. Yeah,
Okay, okay, all right.
yeah.
So I mean that gives us a notion of what Josh Allen is as far as who he is to that Buffalo
You
team.
got him and Cooks there, bro.
Yeah, without him, well, and I mean they added a Rob. I do know that. Now I will say this: one addition I do know they added for sure was DJ Moore. I do know DJ Moore is there
Correct.
now as well. I don't think they lost a lot offensively. Don't get me quoted because
I
I'm
don't
kind
think
of just
so.
free going off of this. But hey, man, listen, me and Uncle Daddy got him getting at least 12 plus. I see that as well. If I'm a betting man today, I'm gonna play a little. I told you I'm gonna be a little conservative. I'm
Look
gonna be a little
conservative.
be a little
Yeah, yeah.
conservative starting off because the minus 210 I like, right? If that was the case, the minus 210 I like. Now
Right.
this next one, we going to the Miami Dolphins. Now I'm gonna be real about this. We already know Miami's got a lot going on, bro. Miami's got a lot going on. And just looking at what Vegas has them, Vegas does not have Miami obviously winning more than 6 games. They don't think Miami's going to get more than 6 games because their highest win total that they have for them currently, right now, futures bets is 6.5. Their lowest, as far as wins, is 2.5. And that's a minus 370. So, hey man, I'm gonna be honest. Listen, this ain't even conservative. I'm not going nowhere with none of these. I'm gonna take the 2.5. Right?
Damn.
I'm taking the 2.5. I'm gonna give Miami 3 wins. All right, I'm gonna give Miami 3 wins out the gate. I'm not playing. I'm not even gonna try and give them. I wanted, man. I want. Listen, They got them at 4.5 at a plus 115. That's crazy. That means they win five. If they win 5 wins, you almost double your money.
You have zero faith in them.
I got no. I mean, 'cause, we already talked about it, right? Me and you done discussed this shit many a times.
Oh
We
no.
don't know who they gonna be throwing to, who they gonna stop. what the hell is going on out here? So I don't know. You
Huh.
tell me, man. I knew when I seen this, I already knew where I was going with these suckers.
What'd you give them again?
I I gave them the first one. I said they gonna get two and a half
Damn.
wins. They gonna get 3 wins, and I might be that might be a stretch. Look at you. You
Listen,
you know,
they got homeboy
man,
from Green
dog.
Bay.
All right, yeah, huh?
They got homeboy from Green Bay. I can't think of his name.
Wilkes, not Wilkes. Willis, Malik Willis.
Malik Willis.
Yeah, yep, they do.
David Achan.
Devon Achan, yes.
Oh, shit, same difference. My bad.
Right.
Can you name one receiver to help me
Why
out?
don't you go ahead and figure it out? That's why we sitting here having this conversation. This is what you need. You need to find out who it is, because I don't know. You sound like to
Can they
me,
at least beat the Jets twice in 1 year, or you got them
bro.
that
I
bad?
don't think so.
Well, I'm gonna roll with you, 2.5.
That's what I was going
Shit.
with. Because I mean, that's it. Listen, I'm taking
So
the.
you saying they already in the damn Manning sweepstakes is what you saying?
Listen, bro. We seen this movie
Top
before.
5 pick is what you're saying.
Definitely. If they
Top three.
aren't, I'm shocked. They are definitely gonna get one of these quarterbacks coming out in the NFL draft for the next season. Because I mean, here's the thing: I could take them under, like, because to be honest, even if I pick them over 2.5, right, that's -370. I could take the under of 5.5, meaning they can't win more than 5 games, and that's -250. And I was torn between that, but like I said, I don't know. A lot of shit can happen. Malik Willis could come out and sneak out 3, 4 games. I don't know. Because they're like, you're right. They could beat the Jets twice. They could somehow or another beat the Patriots at home in Miami.
Yeah,
Strange things have happened like that. So
the humidity gets to
it'd
them.
be a trap game or something. We already talked about these teams that got to go from West Coast to East Coast and all that travel
You know what? I
stuff.
tell you what. Put me down for 3.5.
You no, I didn't talk you into that. I'm not trying to talk you into putting you down for three and
Well,
a
you just
half.
came out the gate with no faith.
Well, no, it's because I don't. You literally asked me if who can we name a receiver. Shit, I can't. Not off the
I
top
can't
of my
either.
head.
Damn.
Literally off the top of my head, I was like, they got rid of everybody. I don't even know if they even got Cedric Wilson currently right now. Because I knew he was on the team for a while, but he might not even be there no more.
Man, I'm gonna go 3.5.
Okay. Well, I mean, 3.5, that ain't no problem with it. I mean, I'm going 2.5, you going 3.5, man. Listen, this is just what it is, man, when you checking in and lead check. We is just I don't
And
know. I
if
don't know.
that's y'all's team,
You got more faith. We gon' man, trust me, we gonna spin the block back on this, guys. And we
yeah,
gonna
yeah,
be talking about this at some point. Like, man, do you remember what you said? How many wins you think they get? Because you're basically saying that,
4 games,
yeah, you giving them 4 games. You
four
give them four
games.
games, which I could honestly say, if you wanted to pick the under, see that's the thing. You picking 3.5, and you got 170, right? But
Yeah,
if the under, so if you believe they only gonna win 4 games, and you got the under, that's -135. So if anything, I could take the. I almost want to go with you on that and go with the under. I would take the under 4.5. Right? Because
right,
I would take
right,
the -135. I would probably go with
right.
the under. I don't know if they're gonna win a lot of games, bro. But I
I don't
then
think they
again,
listen. I don't think they are. With
cause
two,
I don't know.
man, the sun shines on a dog's
It
ass at
does,
least.
it does. But man, we've seen a lot of teams in the NFL, and I think for the past few years, if we're thinking Miami's gonna be a lottery team, a top 5 pick team, that
I think they
means
are.
that they're gonna have in that range of wins. It's gonna be between four, not five is not gonna get you at the number one spot, right? It's not,
Right.
but 4 wins can definitely get you that. 3 to 4 wins gonna definitely get you at that number one spot. And the way I don't know. I mean, maybe you can tell me if I'm tripping, but this seems a little tankish by the way this construction of the team is. Seems like we not really trying to add a lot. We just, setting up for a rebuild. And in a
Well,
rebuild, you get some top draft picks. But I digress, man. Listen, I don't know. So you got him at 3.5. I changed mine. I was gonna take him over the 2, and I being conservative, but I'm not reaching on this one. I will take the under 4.5 wins for them, and clock me in for that -135. Because with that, man, I'm sitting pretty nice, right? So
I'm gonna be honest with you. I jumped on the Google machine and I don't know none of these cats.
it's, hey, no, it don't matter. It don't matter. You already gave
I,
them 4 wins. You said
shit.
you didn't give a shit. You said the sun shine on the dog ass someday, and guess what? This what this what you going with. I mean, you could change it and be like, well, man, I'm just gonna give them the 3 wins. Even if you did and you felt like you could, you're still in line with what you're saying though. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just a different bet where you feel like, hell man, I'm only gonna give them 4 wins, and you would kind of be in the same situation I'm as at the -135. The getting over the 2.5, that's the conservative approach. That's just the, all right, I'm not trying to be too aggressive, right? Like you said,
Right.
it's not about being aggressive. So I just knew when I seen that, I was like, I wouldn't give them more than 4 wins. If they somehow another got 5 wins, I would actually be upset. I was like, who did they beat? Because man, I don't know with their schedule who they're gonna be able to beat,
I,
especially in their
I'm
own
looking at.
division.
I switched over to the schedule after I looked at the
Yeah.
receivers. Bro, I think you are safe at that damn first spot. Listen, listen. I don't know if the Miami Dolphins could beat the Miami Dolphins if they played each other. Shit.
Yo, man. Hey, I seen that and I'm like, yo, I've seen some wicked shit, but that's beyond belief. But listen, man, we done took up too much time on these Dolphins. It's too much. Hey,
Yeah, we
listen,
did. That was too much
Miami,
energy on them.
Miami, my bad. Listen, we ain't trying to shit on y'all, but y'all
Nah.
know what's going on. We listen. I'm a Raiders fan. We been there. All right. That's why.
Right.
That's why. Listen. That's why you see the mountains stuff. I've been on vacation. All right. I've been on vacation. Yeah. I'm in Cabo. You know what I mean? They got nothing to do. Now, this next one, pretty good. We still in the AFC East division, and we're gonna go with these New England Patriots, man. So I'm gonna let you go first because I'm still kind of thinking about it. And I don't know if you actually have an idea, just because you know what they did last year. You obviously know the obviously as the time of this recording, we know who was the addition added to the team, which is obviously AJ Brown. It was a big signing for them. He was traded to them from your team, the Philadelphia Eagles. Um, Man, what you think? How you feeling about this? Now, mind you, listen, New England. This ain't Bill Belichick's New England either. I wanna put that out there. Hey, New England fans, y'all got some, and this is an adult show. If you are under 17, you should not be listening to me right now. There's a lot of sneaky dick niggas that was up in New England. Okay, there's a lot of you got Vrabel up there. He been sneaky linking. Man, you ain't really focused, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know how it's gonna happen now. They done blew his spot up. His little side chick, unless he's still getting her off, he ain't getting his weekly, bump 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 stuff like that. So you tell me. I'm gonna let you go because I'm still thinking about what I would pick. Because mind you, they
Well,
were in the Super Bowl
listen.
last year.
I didn't want to bring that up.
I mean, why not?
Here's the deal. I kind of think there was a pseudo champion last year. I think they benefited from a soft schedule.
Mm, mm,
Um,
mm.
like you said,
I
there's
mean,
some issues.
they did go and beat. Oh no, they didn't. I was gonna say they didn't beat. Bo Nix didn't play in the AFC Championship.
No, no,
Okay, you right.
that's why I kind of call him a
You
pseudo
right.
champion. I hate to do that because everybody that we're all these teams and all these guys we're talking about.
But they beat Houston, man. They beat Houston. Well, no, that's who they play in. Isn't that who they play in the AFC Championship?
Broncos,
Why did I just say no? My bad.
Broncos,
I can't remember who beat Houston. I thought it was Broncos beat Houston. I'm sorry. Yeah, you
right?
right. You right.
So here's the deal. I'm gonna go with the 9.5 win slot.
Mm,
They're gonna fuck up and lose to the Jets.
that's actually a good spot too, though.
The addition of AJ Brown helps. He's in the same club with old Vrabel's ass.
Yeah.
Doing whatever they're doing. Let's put it that way. Do I think Vrabel's distractions is gonna cost them a game? Hell yeah, I
Okay.
do. He's still worried if that woman gonna do an interview. That nigga scared. Hey, I've already heard she's been offered a meal.
Yo, also what you said, it's gonna be some sabotage. The E60's interview coming. She gonna say how it was all, how he just lured her in with his charm
Everything,
and all of that. Yo,
everything.
from what I heard, I don't like, mind you, this is all allegedly. Uh, it's been going on for a while though. So I
Correct.
mean, they just got
Correct.
caught, with the pictures, and it didn't hit right.
I wonder
Them
who the hell
them
leaked that.
well, it wasn't. I don't know if it was somebody that leaked. I think because man, a lot of times people are just like taking pictures, right? And
Right.
a lot of these photographers and stuff, man, they try to get images, pictures. Because listen, there's a lot of pictures of celebrities that try to be very inconspicuous about stuff. They try to stay at resorts where there's like a lot of tree lines and so they can kind of just be at their own self and nobody just snap a bunch of pictures with who they with. But at this point, man, you outside, you probably thought
Everybody got a cell
that
phone with a camera.
everybody's got a cell phone. There was probably somebody looking from their house and maybe zoomed in and seeing who it was. But obviously, they look like they had more than one picture of them. So yeah, man, a lot of that's coming out. Is I don't know how that's going to affect New England in general. It seemed like last year they had a lot of stuff going on and they still were able to kind of push through it. I'm gonna be honest, man. You right at that 9.5. I was kind of that's where one area I was teetering. Now I told you I was gonna be a little conservative about it, and I was debating if I was gonna go the
And then that
go with
QB get kind of a little danged up in the Super Bowl. I mean, I know he probably can go
no. I
now,
mean
but
he's fine. Yeah,
he's fine now.
yeah.
Okay.
I don't think
Okay.
ain't nothing that's gonna hinder him. That was months ago.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
yeah, but I was looking at I was wanting to take the 8.5, right? Just because I
Right.
wanted to put them at 9 wins. Because again, we're talking about the division that is a little jerky, right? And New England, obviously, to me, even though they actually do play Buffalo pretty well,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
They could actually split with Buffalo in this division, and I just don't know sometimes if they can just because getting to the Super Bowl, you had said it earlier. Um, their schedule was a little
Soft.
favorable. It was
Yeah.
favorable for them.
Okay.
And man, I don't know. So I thought I was gonna be on the safe side and just give them the 9 wins, and I'm still gonna stick with that. Would you give them 9.5? Just let me know you think they're a 10 win team. There's nothing wrong with that.
I
So
think so. Their defense was pretty solid.
yeah, yeah,
I
it,
think
it
they learned
is.
a lot from last year. You still got Josh McDaniels there. I mean, you know how we feel about him.
Man, listen. Hey, listen.
However,
We gonna me and you gonna have a nice conversation about Josh McDaniels on a future episode. But right now, I don't want to give him the time of day. That's a
I don't disagree with that,
whole
but
nother
I'm just saying,
story. It's a lot with him I don't like about him right now.
yeah,
But I mean,
yeah.
it is
So
what it is.
right,
Yeah, man. So we got that one locked in. That's good. Last but not least, to round out this division, we got the Geno Smith led New York Jets. And I listen. I the Jets did a lot in the draft, man.
they
I
did.
say this, they did a lot in the draft. I didn't like every pick they made, but then when I started looking at how they're trying to construct a team, I think it's beneficial for the type of ball Glenn wants to play. I just don't know if this is the year that is going to flourish,
Coming
right?
together.
Yeah, I don't know if it's gonna come together. I'm be honest, man. I don't know where to go with this team right now. Because the 3.5 wins they got them set over, I don't know. I feel like they could. I just feel like they could because even again, they could probably beat Miami twice. They could. They could probably split with Miami. Um, man, bro, I don't know. I feel like part of me wants to take the under 4.5 wins, um, which gives me a plus 145. Vegas obviously thinks that they can get more than that. But if play it safe and I go 5.5 under, I'm at a minus 130 because Vegas has got them at a plus 110 to get over 5.5. So betting man myself, I'm gonna take the under 5.5 at the minus 130 because it's kind of more safer for me. I feel like even if they get 4 wins, I'm still good. They get right at 5, I'm still good. If they get under 3 wins, I'm still good. All that's still good, right? They get 6 wins, I'm like, all right, this is
They get
BS.
6 wins, I'll fall off the damn
Yeah,
chair.
this is something weird. I don't know what's going on. So, that's my take on the Jets, man. You let me know what you think with the Geno Smith led Jets, man.
Still got Brees Hall. I'm a Garrett Wilson fan.
Yeah, facts.
How was that defense last year? Was it better than offense, right?
It was okay, but of course, bro, they got holes now. So Glenn's trying to
Yeah.
rebuild it. He's trying to rebuild it, and he's obviously getting the opportunity to try. So
Well, I
we'll
ain't gonna
see.
breathe too much energy in this one. I think this is another team that's gonna be picking in the top 5 next year in the 2027 draft.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the 3.5.
Okay.
I'm gonna treat the ass like Miami, to be
There you
honest
go.
with
You
you.
gonna take the? Yeah, I mean, you got them getting 4 wins. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I'll take the
Just
3.5.
taking where it is. All right. Well, we rounded out the AFC. The AFC East was pretty. I think the AFC East was pretty cut and dry. Now this next division, we still in the AFC. It's the
A
AFC
little harder.
North.
A little
That
harder.
AFC North is a little bit more tricky for me, um, because there's so much. There's a lot going on in the AFC North that we know of currently just because of what we know that's already transpired. Man, I'm looking at the Ravens, right? And that was one of the teams I think me and you talked about the Ravens. Who knows, man? Me and you don't talk. We know here's the thing. Just out of spite, you know what I'm saying? Just out of spite for the Ravens fan base, the culture, whoever they are, I don't want y'all to get no more than 9 wins. I don't give a shit. F the Ravens. That's how I feel right now. That's how I feel this season. But if I'm a betting man, I'm gonna give the Ravens 10 wins, right? I'm gonna give them. I want to give them more than that, to be honest. But that's a safe bet for me to give them to take the over 9.5. But the aggressive side of me wants to take the under 12.5 wins
Wow.
because I feel like they could be a 12 win team. Um, they really, man. And even though everything that happened with the Max trade, they still were able to add key pieces to that defense. They drafted well. They were able to get certain players they needed. Um, as far as Lamar Jackson, they still have Lamar Jackson. Obviously, from what I heard, he's back to being at 100%. He's not currently injured. He's not dealing with anything. Derrick Henry obviously isn't. Um, but again, you know, I don't know how much longer this team is going to be a 12-win team. Um, I guess we'll see. But they have lost a couple pieces, I believe, on the offensive side. But I think with Lamar and just his mobility and how he plays, that really doesn't matter because he's never had like a true number one outside guy for like his whole career.
Right.
He's
Right.
always had to make do with his number one is usually his tight end, right?
Right.
Which is Andrew. So I'm gonna take them for under the 12.5, man. I'm gonna give them 12 wins, but if they get anything under than that, I feel like that's a safe space for me. So
So I'm gonna go a different direction. Um, I'm gonna say my piece about Baltimore, and I'm not gonna shit on the players. I'm not gonna shit on 100% of the fans, but I am gonna shit on ownership
okay,
and leadership. That's some bullshit y'all did at the Max,
right.
and I'm gonna park it right there because I don't want to get upset
Hey,
behind this
listen,
shit. But that was some
listen.
bullshit.
Yeah, I mean,
You don't treat
we
you
all
don't
done
treat
had it.
royalty. You don't treat royalty that way.
Well, I
So
mean that's what a lot of people saying. Like, hey,
yeah.
is Max really considered royalty in their eyes? And
Well, I don't give a piss.
I
You
know what
know,
I know when
they pulled
somebody
the
get cold feet, man. Listen, I'd
they
have
pulled
been
the
there.
fuck shit. They
Yeah.
pulled the fuck shit. So it is what it is. Once again, it's Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry, Zay Flowers, Roquan, and them boys. I'm gonna go with a 12.5 win team.
Okay. I give you that. Well, I mean, like you said, so you think they
I,
gonna you think
I
they
think
gonna
new
win?
coach. It seems like I
Would
seen an
you let
interview
me
with
ask you? So
Lamar.
are you picking the over and the under? You think they get 13 or you think they're gonna
Yeah, I think they get 13.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah, yeah. Lamar seems super excited for some reason. I watched some interview he did. It wasn't long, but he seems pretty pumped. He likes what the new coach is bringing in, so I think that's going to be better. Munkins out of there. I, I don't think Munkins did that great of a play calling to me.
Mm,
So it's something about him I like. Once again, that defense, Lamar, 12.5 win.
okay.
Yeah,
Man, hey, listen. You picked the over. I went the under. So I mean, ain't no wrong. That's just literally a game off from where we both were at.
yeah, yeah.
We both. I do see is that you think they can get to 13 wins. That would put them obviously at 13-4. I think they're 12-5. Say 12-5. It's
I
fine.
just see Lamar Jackson's. It's a fresh scenery to him. I mean, it's
Yeah, that is true. That is true. You're right.
yeah.
That is true.
I think he's gonna. I think he's gonna have another MVP season.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah,
yeah,
that's true. That's true.
yeah.
I definitely see that. So Cincinnati Bengals, baby. All right, you got your boy. Listen, man. Before we get started, listen. We like I said, this league check. We checking in. Um, I want to give a quick backstory about Uncle Daddy, right? And if you
Yeah.
guys are already kind of new, you understand it. Me and him been talking football. We talk football all the time, but we also are in the same fantasy team. I want the people to know.
Don't put that out there, bro.
Yo, I know. No, it had listen. If you guys that play fantasy football, right? I, Uncle Daddy knows my philosophy I have about receivers. I have a philosophy that I have about rookie receivers. I'm not against them, but there's a process that I believe that they have, right? And I feel like at this point when Cincinnati had acquired Jamar Chase, and I'm gonna get to my wins and I'm gonna pick my wins. I just have to remember this because it made me think about sometimes we got to see it out sometimes to see where let it fully transition.
Just rip
Uncle,
the band-aid off
Uncle
slick.
Daddy had picked Jamar Chase. He hadn't played a game yet. He hadn't played a game yet. He hadn't played a game yet. He hadn't even seen him on the field yet. And dropped him in our fantasy league because Jamar said, "Man, the white lines ain't on the ball. Got me all jacked up." He said, "I can't pick a guy that says that." I remember you telling me that. I can't pick no guy that say he can't see the white lines throwing him off. Yeah, you can't
Dropped
see
his
shit.
ass in preseason.
Dropped him and dropped a gem, guys. Dropped a diamond. And
In my defense,
couldn't get him back because he got kept after that.
that kept. In my defense, Jamar, if you happen to tune into this shit, you are my top receiver in the NFL
He
right
is. No,
now.
I will vouch for that. He
I
just didn't
bragged
want
about.
you in the beginning. That's all I'm gonna say. You didn't want him. You went you
It
heard
was dropping
something.
a damn ball in preseason, training camp, and shit.
He had to adjust, man.
That
He's a
boy killed it.
receiver.
That boy killed it at LSU.
Of course, he had the white
Scared
lines
the
on the
shit out.
ball. Had the white
Scared the
lines on the
shit.
ball. And he was at
Scared the shit out of me.
listen. I'm gonna tell you this. I just had to say that because it was so hilarious. Because I was like, when you dropped it, you never seen him again.
No,
You never touched the waiver wire. You never got dropped. None of that.
and never will get him back probably.
Never, never get him back. So listen, man. We got the Cincinnati Bengals, man. Cincinnati's a weird team, bro, because they got a lot of talent, and obviously, from what I do know about Cincinnati, they did make some key additions. on their defensive side. They really are. Cincinnati's trying to make Burrow and the rest of that guys happy. Now, I will say, and you could probably vouch for me this too, Uncle Dave. They're trying to keep that core of that offense together as long as they can to try to make that Super Bowl push again, right? They
Mm-hmm.
just kind of get a little slow when they can't get stuff going, and then next thing you know, they're behind the eight ball. And this is a team that should always be fighting in the playoffs. Now, mind you, you are going up against Baltimore, and basically these other teams that's in your division. We're gonna talk about these other two here in a minute. So with me knowing that, and this is only right now, everyone's healthy. Hey man, Cincinnati is over. To be honest, they're with a Joe Burrow led. Now I won't put Joe Burrow in Josh Allen territory yet, even though, hold on, even though Joe Burrow has been to the Super Bowl. I won't put him as far as his capability into that Josh Allen yet, is because Josh Allen, he's kind of a different makeup as quarterback. The things that Josh Allen's good at, Joe Burrow doesn't do. But I feel like certain aspects of what Joe Burrow does, Josh Allen can do. Meaning,
Okay.
if you gave Josh Allen, T. Higgins, and Jamar Chase, what are we talking about? But then if you give Joe Burrow, Shakur, Keon Coleman, Amari Cooper on his last leg, I don't know what kind of Joe Burrow we looking at. That's all I'm saying, right? But with those guys on the squad, they're 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 pretty much, and right now they got them at 10. They got them to get, if they get over 11 wins, it's a plus 120.
Mm-hmm.
The aggressive in me wants to take that. The conservative just, not wants to take the over 9.5. Vegas is kind of shifty on them because right now they got
Yeah,
them
because
at a
I
minus
was I
140.
thought that too.
They got
I
them at a
thought that
minus
too.
140 over 9.5. It's like, y'all don't really know. But y'all figure they could get more than 9 wins. You already figure they can get 8 wins. They feel like they're gonna get 8 wins out the gate. But once you get, they don't know about them getting them 10 wins. That's kind of telling to me right there when I'm looking at that. So the aggressive part of me wants to take them the 11. I think though, man, that they can play. Like I said, I don't know how Baltimore is gonna be. You obviously think differently about that, but if I'm a betting man today and I was locking this in today, I'm a swing high on this one and go with the Bengals at 10.5. I think the offense, man, is explosive. I think
Yeah.
once T. Higgins, if they're all healthy and you still got Chase Brown back there, man, they
The
could get
tight
it
end.
going.
The tight
Yeah,
end's
yeah, I'm
decent.
sorry, yeah, and they once they get going, it's a wrap. So that's where I'm at with the Bengals, man. I'm gonna take them for the 10.5 for the plus 120. It's
So
a gamble, but
I'm gonna go a different direction. Joe Burrows is gonna get you. He's gonna get you those wins. With him and chasing them boys, he's gonna get you those wins. I think the addition of Dexter Lawrence that they
mm-hmm,
picked up, I think that should help them not come out the gate so damn slow. The
facts.
Bengals, they don't even give a damn about coming out 0-4.
Yeah, yeah.
They're another team that'll scare the shit out of you.
Mm-hmm.
They'll rip off zero. They'll rip off 4 losses and then turn that button on. Joe's firing all over the damn playground, and next thing you know, back in playoff contention or in the hunt. So I see that as another team that got something to prove this year. I'm actually gonna take the 11.5.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I think Joe's pissed.
That's gonna make it tough. That's gonna make it tough in the division because I think you got Baltimore for over 12 wins too.
Right.
Yeah, I think you gonna make it. Yeah, it's gonna be a battle between them. Well, in which you could, like I said, I think you're right because I
Oh,
just
you're
feel,
playing in the same damn division as Cleveland,
yeah, 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 and that's coming up because that obviously that's the next team that we're gonna be
and you
talking
ain't got
about.
no Miles Garrett chasing your ass all over the damn
It's
place.
also true as well. That- That's also true as well.
I
That's
think Joe.
def.
I think Joe comes out. He's tired of the bullshit. I think he comes out. they're not gonna go 0-4.
Hmm.
I think they'll play with a better sense of urgency this year. So, you kind of said something about the Bengals earlier, but in my personal opinion, if the damn ownership can get out their way and start spending some money, it quit playing with certain people on the squad, you can have better cohesiveness, and you ain't coming out with these orange. Because I think the coach is great, but sometimes I'm not motivated to go out there and get 12, 15 damn sacks if you ain't paying me, or if you hee hauling around with my damn money. So they did a better job at securing people, and I like the Dexter Lawrence signing. So they picked up Cassius Howe from Kansas, the local kid out the
Oh
A16.
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, you're right.
Hey,
That's
listen,
it. They made some moves, man.
yeah, they made some moves, man.
Yeah,
So
they
and they
made
and they
some
made
moves.
moves on defense.
Hmm.
So I think they're gonna come out a lot better this year. I'm drawing a blank on one of those linebackers' name. He's a dog. I think they're gonna come out a lot better this year, out the gate, and that'll help them towards the end of the year when they ain't trying to play that catch-up ball. Or maybe
Right.
that's what they like to play. Maybe that's what drives some of them cats. I don't know, but I think they'll be a lot better this year coming out the gate. So I'm going 11. I'm taking that 11.5 on the
Hey
ass.
man, as best as you can do. That's why I
And
think you
it's safe.
I,
I
I
think
think
that's
you're
safe
right
to
though.
do. I think that's safe to do when you have an elite quarterback.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I was getting ready to say. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I think it's safe to say because you got Burrow and just the weapons he has on offense to at his disposal. So
Once again, Chase Brown's gonna have another year in this belt.
yeah, Chase Brown's gonna definitely have another opportunity to which he's a Swiss Army. He can run, he can pass
Correct.
catching. It's
Correct.
very
They got
he
that other
utilizes
receiver
well.
kind of with I can't think of the other receiver, the third receiver's name. That kid, he's pretty solid to me. Offense stay straight. We're just going
I
to see
think
what the defense.
Yeah, I
We're going
think
to see
that's
what
what
the
we're gonna
defense
see. We're
does.
gonna see what defensive goes. So, but I mean, like you said again earlier, man, you was like with Joe Burrow led offense, you
It's a
trust in that.
quarterback driven. It's a
Yeah,
quarterback driven
yeah.
sport, man.
Okay. Well, for that, that's what we got with it. So listen, on to the
So
Cleveland
we just
Browns.
skip over this next one, or what do we
Nah,
do
we
with
ain't
that
gonna
one?
skip over it. We are if we
Shit.
come on, man. If we did the Miami Dolphins and the Jets, why would we skip over the Browns? And hell, the Browns, they got the Browns thing get more wins
Hey,
than anybody else.
I'm looking at that.
Right. So I don't know who the starting quarterback's gonna be. My
Deshaun grab ass Watson is what they're saying.
So I don't even know if Deshaun Watson. You got still, of course, Shadur's there, Dylan Gabriel, and they probably got somebody else, but I don't know. So
No
this is
Miles
what I'm gonna
Garrett
do. I'm definitely Cleveland's in their own division is kind of in trouble.
in the headlock.
Um, but to give them 5 wins right now, I don't know
Hell
about that.
no.
The Vegas for some reason, but they got them at a minus 190. So Vegas is like, they're teetering with it because once it goes to 5.5, it's literally at minus 105, and
Right.
that's telling to me. So what I'm gonna say is, I ain't this ain't even aggressive to me. I'll be shocked if they get more than 4 wins.
I would too.
So I'm taking the under on this one, the under 4.5. I'm not even
Hell
going
yeah.
under 5.5. I'm more aggressively taking them to only get 4 wins, just
I agree.
because they're gonna have to figure it out. I think that they're gonna with losing Miles Garrett changes your defense tremendously, and the picks that you got for him, those don't get put in play into the next season. It'd be different. I mean, I know they got that verse was a part of the deal, and let me. I
And he
don't want
got
to.
fucked in there. He got fucked
Yeah,
in
he
that one to
did,
me.
but I don't want to take it away as saying Jared Verse is not a good player. He's an excellent player, and if he accepts the role that he's gonna be in Cleveland, they're gonna be okay as far as edge pressure with him. It's just he's not Miles Garrett, and I'm not saying that's just saying Miles Garrett is just a very higher tier edge rusher, right?
Yeah.
Verse is good, bro. Verse is good,
And
but
Verse plays more of the linebacker role
he
than he
does. He
does.
does, but
Yeah.
he
He's a good
does.
pass rusher. He's an
He's
amazing
he's
pass rusher on
definitely
this.
he definitely does a lot as far as trying to make sure he gets to the quarterback. So
Yeah. Yeah.
I just don't. I'm
I
not
just
my
feel he got screwed
confidence.
in that deal.
My confidence is not real high for them at that. But I will say right now, I'm going to take them for under the 4.5 wins, and that's pretty much where I'm at on that.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
How you feel? You feel the same way about that one? Oh, yeah, I
Under
figured you did.
4? Yeah,
Yeah, I
I'm not.
figured
Yeah,
you
hell no.
did. I figured you
Mm-mm.
did. I
No.
mean, that's just where it is, man. I don't know too much about anybody else like them. Now, Pittsburgh Steelers, though, man. Now, Pittsburgh Steelers, as far as we both know, they have the ability to be a team that is a little bit in flux, right? We're gonna take it as that. And from what I can tell, they have them because I believe Aaron Rodgers is coming back. Mike McCarthy's obviously the new coach. That they still have probably one of the highest. They spent the most money on their defensive side. They have I can't remember. I think they brought in another wide receiver too. I thought they signed somebody else. I'm gonna have to double check that to see if they did. But man, I like AR. I like AR, man. But I don't know if AR is gonna get it done. So for me, and it's Mike McCarthy, it's just one of them things I'm trying to, if it's Mike Tomlin, bro, we know what we would get out of Mike Tomlin. And I think Vegas kind of hit this right on the nose about them. I think if this
Probably
was a
too.
I think this if this was a Mike Tomlin led team, the odds would be a little different, right?
Mm-hmm.
But part of me wants to give them just 8 wins, right? Part of me wants to give them
That's
eight
where I was
wins.
at.
That was
They're
still
old.
yeah, they would not be able to make the playoffs on that. And I don't know if I give them 9 wins this year. I think I think this last hurrah with AR is not going to be that great. I think if he can stretch the field, which I don't know
Do
if
you think do you think he still has it?
I don't think he has that no more. No,
Okay.
I think he still has the mindset, kind of like Flacco does, but sometimes that age is going to show up,
Father Time.
and
Undefeated.
that's where it's kind of getting a little different because I feel like I'm sorry, that's I was trying to remember who they went and grabbed. That's why I'm still teetering because they did pick up. Well, of course, we know they had DK Metcalf. Michael Pittman Jr. is now
I
picked
forgot
up to
about
the
that.
Eagles.
Yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
forgot about that.
So I will if I was a betting man, of course, I'm taking the 7.5. To me, that's just a safe route for me because I believe they get 8 wins. I
I
want to
was gonna
give
take
them
the
9.
I was gonna take the over on 8.5.
Yeah, the over 8.5 is doable, especially adding Michael Pittman because here's one thing I will say about the Pittsburgh Steelers that I noticed last year. You can't just rely on DK. I don't know
No.
when they picked up DK, I didn't think it was a good fit for him in Pittsburgh. I don't think he has that type of. He's not a Pittsburgh Steeler as far as like a
Receivers.
receivers. He's not a dependable guy to make those tough catches all the time.
Yeah.
Adding Michael Pittman though, I think is a good addition. Hopefully him and AR or whoever is under center. Michael Pittman is very slept on, and I think we
Agreed.
saw we saw a regression Indianapolis because of the QB shifts, right? If we go back and
And I
look
think
at
the other receivers getting a lot more touches as well.
well, they are, but if you look at it, Michael Pittman, you go look at the quarterbacks. It's almost like I don't want to say favoritism, but when Anthony Richards was in there, he wasn't getting a lot, right?
No.
But then you had it wasn't Flacco. Who the heck was it? Philip Rivers in
Right.
there, and you kind of seen like if you can get open, you get spacing, and a quarterback knows where to put a ball. Michael Pittman usually flourishes. Now you're right, Alec Pierce and whatever the other guy's name is. That's why they still there because they feel like they can still win with them. And the fact they got Daniel Jones, you don't really need a bunch of receivers for Daniel Jones
And Fred
to
Taylor's
go
gonna get a
get him.
lot of touches.
Well, Jonathan Taylor is
I
definitely
mean
gonna get a
Jonathan
lot of
Taylor.
touch.
Jonathan Taylor, my bad.
Fred Taylor's been retired for 20 years.
Yeah.
So
My bad.
no, it's all right. So you gave him 7.5, man. I mean, you gave him over 8.5. I gave him 7.5, and that's cool. Now listen, AFC South, baby. All right, we starting it off. We're gonna round out by them boys. All right, them D'Amico Ryan tips and overthrows. We got to get those. All right, Houston Texans, man. Now Houston might have a problem. Yep, Houston might have a problem, bro. Houston might have a problem,
Okay.
and that
Do
problem
tell.
is that problem is C.J. Stroud. That problem is C.J. Stroud, and I'm starting to see.
You're starting to drink the Kool-Aid is what you're doing.
No, no, I'm just starting to pay attention to progression. If you go and look at, because mind you, shout out to
Is this his
SC.
fourth or fifth year?
This is he's going into his fourth season, I believe.
Okay. Okay.
Um, he's being carried, and if that defense wasn't where it's at, this is the reason why I said if that defense wasn't where it's at, would they have still won the games they did last year? I'ma say no, because he has to show that. Now, I will say this is that it's only because I believe CJ Stroud's him being a quarterback is not he doesn't have to do it all, which I'm perfectly fine with. You got a top defense. You obviously brought in another running back. You still have a top one tier wide receiver playing on the outside. You have all of that at your disposal. You have a defense that's lights out, bro. They will shut the game down. All you
All
gotta
day.
do, all you gotta do is not F it up. And that's
Will
what he's
Anderson and
done.
them boys ain't no joke.
That's what he's doing, right? So if I had to say this right now, and looking at this team in the AFC South, I feel like they should still be front runners for the division. And from the looks of it, they pretty much still are the front runners for the division, kinda. Um, yeah, no, they actually are still the front runners for the division. Um, man, bro, I want to give them 11 wins. I want to give them 11 wins, but I really think that if CJ Stroud shows me like how he's been playing last year and the year before, I ain't talking about his rookie seasons. Rookie season was amazing, but the consistency that he's been playing with these past two seasons, if that's where they're at, I'm gonna give him somewhere between that 10-win team. Now I'm just
So are you
debating
saying
on
his rookie season was a beneficiary of the NFL not having film on him?
is I think any quarterback that comes out that's capable, that has a decent season. I'm not saying lights out, but has a decent season where it's kind of like, all right, he's playing good ball. Yes, they don't have a lot of film on you, but that only matters for like the first few weeks.
Right.
It only matters for the
Okay.
first few weeks. Outside that, they start being able to dial up some stuff, and you kind of seen that. But they did make the playoffs his first season. D'Amico Ryans is very good at on one side of the ball. They obviously had um, capable backfield help year over year. I think last year was just kind of they were struggling because Mixon wasn't there, and they thought Nick Chubb could probably reignite itself there. That didn't happen, so they were going, I think, with a rookie. I forgot the other guy, Willie Marks or Woody Marks,
Really?
if I'm saying his name
And they
correctly.
still had Pierce there last year too, didn't
Yeah, but he didn't play a lot.
they? Right.
So I'm gonna take the under of the 10.5. It's kind of a gamble for me to do that, but I don't feel like they could get 11 wins. But I got somebody else I think in this division that's gonna possibly get that 11 wins, and I'm not gonna take Houston for it.
Okay. I think I'm gonna ride with you. You took 9.5. You took 10 wins, right?
Yeah, so I basically don't think they're gonna win more than 10 games.
My gut tells me more than 10. However, man, I just think with that defense, I do believe they can get to 11 wins.
Okay.
You
I
know
mean, they
what?
can.
I'm
They
I'm
can.
gonna change that up. I'm gonna put them as an 11-win team.
Okay.
So I'm gonna take the over on that. I'm gonna take the 10 and a half and over on that.
Gotcha.
Um, I'm not putting I'm not putting CJ Stroud with the upper echelon QBs yet. That
Okay.
that he hasn't shown me that yet.
Right.
Yeah, you're right. That rookie season was amazing. There's been a little digress since then. But I can't let that defense. I just think that defense is going to carry the shit out of them.
Yeah.
Along with what C.J. Stroud does. What running back did they pick up? Was it Etienne?
No, it wasn't HN. It was a no. It
No,
was
Etienne. Etienne.
yeah. I think. Hold on. Let me tell you. I'll tell you right now. Because I'm glad you just said that. I was sitting here trying to just think
They
in
they
my
they, they
head.
got a good running back.
Um, David Montgomery. That's who they went and got.
My bad. My bad.
Yeah.
My bad. My
I was
bad.
just thinking about that, and that's why I told you, like,
I think it's
that
going to
it's
help
a
them a lot.
gamble. It's a gamble me taking the under is what I'm saying. Because you got them at getting over 11. You got them going over. I think they're gonna stay at about 10. And like, mind you, they
I
could.
got them at 11 wins.
Yeah, 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 yeah. But I
We
mean,
splitting
even
hairs on one game.
well, because the 11 wins puts them at a plus 145. So
And the only
Vegas,
reason I know their schedule, I don't even know their schedule looks like, but I know it's going to be a little bit tougher because they went, whenever you go to the playoffs, you'll get a tougher schedule next year.
yeah,
With that defense, Montgomery, CJ, they should be an easy 11-win team.
gotcha. I mean, they should be. You definitely
I mean,
right.
it's
They
a
should be.
top fucking five defense.
Yeah.
That defense won games last year.
Well, definitely won games last year. Definitely
So
won
yeah,
games.
I'm gonna go ahead.
Definitely
I'm
won
gonna do it a
games.
little bit different where I normally would side with the QB. I'm actually side with the defense on this one.
Hmm.
And I think that defense will get them to. I think no pun intended. I think Will Anderson will be able to will them boys to
Yeah,
11 wins.
he
That
got paid.
that boy's a monster
He got
now.
paid to do it. So yeah,
There you
well,
go. So
yeah.
you know you can have a little more oomph when he's out there on that field this year.
Nah, facts.
So
Nah, facts.
and hell, if that can get any better, that's gonna be dangerous, man.
Yeah,
So
nah, you
yeah, I
right.
think yeah, I'm gonna take the over on that.
Okay. Well, I mean, and like I said, that was just one I was sitting there playing with because I do think, and this is gonna be a long shot for me, but this is just my opinion. I'm kind of free balling here with this one. But yeah, man, I have no problem with that. I don't even think you off by that. I actually think you're more right than I am. So I could see that possibly happening. But listen, man, enough with them. We already
Yeah,
know what they made of. What about these Indianapolis Colts, right? Now the Colts got Danny Dimes. Danny Dimes is just finding work.
right.
He's just been able to come into an organization, get a little glitz and glamour. It is so somehow or another his slipper falls off and he ain't no longer Cinderella, right? Um, they were
Well, he
they
did get
were
hurt, right?
well, I was gonna say he was having an amazing year last
Yeah.
year. Took a really bad injury and the Colts basically ended up just kind of squandering away all the hard work they put earlier in the season because it bumped them out the playoffs. Um, with that being said, though, and I know with the departure of Michael Pittman, we just talked about that he is now a Pittsburgh Steeler. Uncle Day, I don't know. I don't know. I've been sitting here even when we were just going looking down at these divisions. I have no clue where to put the Colts here right now. I'm gonna be real honest. I could just say
What's the issue with Danny Dimes' health?
I
They've
don't
been
know.
all over
I
the
don't know. I don't
fucking
know.
board with
I
that.
don't know if he tore his Achilles or if he that's a good question.
Hey, but hey, and listen to this too. We got to keep it 100 on this. They lost a good defensive player,
No, they did.
and we gained him.
No, they did. No, they did lose a defensive player.
You still got Taylor there.
You do. Yeah, so he did. I'm sorry, he did tear it was where he tore his Achilles.
Okay,
Yeah. Yeah. Um
bro. I think they digressed it a little bit this year.
okay.
I'm gonna give them 8.5. I'll take the over on 8.5.
Oh, you think they 9 wins too? I don't think they 9 wins. I think they 8. I think they're gonna be an 8-9 team.
Okay,
I
no
think
playoffs.
I don't think they're gonna make the playoffs. Not no, no, hell no. Listen, bro, not with Daniel Jones. I'm sorry, Daniel Jones. You've proved to a lot of people you deserve to be a starting quarterback because the guys that they had there, you were better than them. I can tell you that. They went and
Right.
drafted Anthony Richardson. He obviously just got his job took by you, which is crazy. Um, but Daniel Jones got to use his legs too much. And I like mobile. I mean, you've talked about this numerous times. I like mobile quarterbacks. I don't like running quarterbacks, right?
Right.
And if you're a
Right.
running quarterback, you gotta know how to run, right?
Right.
Daniel Jones don't look like he knows how to run, right? He just runs to get the first down. Next thing you know, he looks crazy. If a lot of people don't know about Daniel Jones running, go back and go to Daniel Jones when he played the Chiefs at Arrowhead and watch that debauchery. The man could have had a free touchdown and somehow or another got tripped up by the ghost of Chiefs past to somebody swiped his leg. I don't know how that happened. That was the
Right.
craziest thing I had ever seen. But again, man, I'm gonna be just at this point. I think they can win 8 games, but I think they take a step back this year.
I think they
Uh,
take a step back, but
I
I'm still think they can get 9. I think they can squeeze out 9 wins.
I think they're not gonna get no more than 8. And so what I'll
Okay.
do is I'll take the 7.5. 7.5 for me over 7.5. It'll be fine. I think they can get 8. They'll be an 8-9 team because they just not really showing a lot. I'm not saying that Daniel Jones can't get something done. I'm not saying that team can't figure things out. They obviously did last year, but they in a tough division. I feel like as well. You know, there's a lot of competition being
I
made
agree.
in that division. So, Indianapolis Colts, man, hopefully you guys prove me wrong and get in the playoffs because with the record I've given you, you
I
guys
don't
need
see
to
them
get in
making
the
the
playoffs.
playoffs.
Yeah. Now,
I don't see them making the playoffs.
this next team though, you gonna be shocked about this. You're gonna be shocked. And I don't want you to look at me crazy. All I had was Coca-Cola. That's just all it is in here. I ain't had nothing to sip on yet.
Coke Zero.
Jacksonville Jaguars.
Come on.
The Jacksonville Jaguars. Trevor Lawrence led. Brian Thomas Jr. Travis Hunter. Was it Travis Etienne? You know, these some of these household name guys that we know, right?
I thought they lost the running back.
No, the Etienne. No, they didn't lose. Oh, they might. Hold on. Whoa. You might be right. Hold on. Let me just because man,
Why do I want to think he went to New Orleans?
yeah, no, it wasn't New Orleans. I think you're right. Yeah. I think you're right. Um, oh man, who is the running back now? Because I know they picked up Jacoby Myers. Uh, let me see, Jacksonville RBs.
I'm not going to even attempt to pronounce this name.
Oh yeah. He did leave. Oh yeah, my bad. ETN's gone. ETN went to
Saints, wouldn't it?
yeah.
Yeah.
No, he went to yeah, it was the Saints. I'm sorry. I couldn't remember. I thought the Saints picked up somebody else, but yes, Travis Etienne is the Saint. Um, you ready for this?
And you just found out the running back. You just found out the running back now.
Jacksonville Jaguars 10-win team. I'm taking the over 9.5. Jacksonville Jaguars 10-win team.
You like
Um,
Trevor Lawrence that much?
I think Trevor Lawrence, man, shows grit, right?
Yeah, he does.
And
Yeah, he
he
does.
shows that as much as people want to shit on him, he's gonna find some type of way to get it done. I'm gonna tell you this: Trevor Lawrence is inconsistent as a MF. Like just seeing some of the games last year and what he had to do late, but I like. Here's the thing I like though. So in certain key points of the game, especially when they needed it, he found a way to get something done. I like those. I like some of those characteristics. I'm thinking that over time with the coach or coordinators, you guys are able to kind of build around him. You got weapons, man. I mean, you got Travis Hunter. I'm sorry, guys. Travis Hunter technically should just be playing cornerback and sparingly at receiver. I
So what
believe
was it? They made a decision. What was it? He's going to play
he's gonna be playing defense.
pretty much 90% defense, right?
And the reason why is because they said they want to utilize him more on defense and sparingly put him in offensive packages.
Okay.
Right. So he if there was a split, You could say 70-30, 80-20, something like
I think
that.
it's lower than that. I think they got it like 90-10.
Well, 20 is pretty low anyway. That means if you let's just say if you got 50 plays that you actually got for the whole season. And these are 50 plays. There could be different variations where a person might run a different route, but these are
Yeah,
your
yeah.
50 plays. He's only in on less than 15 of those.
Okay. Okay.
Probably 12 plays. So that would be his 20% right there. But it's a different variation based off of how they line up on him or something. So
So you gave them an 11 win
no,
season?
no, no. I gave him 10. I said I'm gonna
10. My
pick the
bad.
nine
My
and a
bad.
half. Yeah. But that's a plus 120. So Vegas thinks that, because if you go under 9.5, Vegas just believes that they don't really know where they're at either because
That's correct.
they kind of even in the over of 7.5, they got them at 240, and that's the best that you can get with them. But
So I'm a ride with you on this. We sit next to each other on the subway on this one. I'm gonna take the 8.5.
okay,
I
well, yeah, well, so you think they 9 wins? Okay,
Yeah, but
okay,
something scares me about losing Etienne.
yeah, yeah, I can
Brian
see that.
Thomas, I like him, but you said Trevor Lawrence was inconsistent. I thought he had more drops,
He
which made
does,
Trevor Lawrence.
but mind you, they did go get Jacoby Myers, and Jacoby
And
Myers
that was a,
drop
and
rate.
that was a really good pick for them.
Yeah, Jacoby Myers drop rate is like super low. He doesn't
Oh,
really drop a
it's
lot.
like one of the lowest in the damn NFL.
Yeah, so he's
So
very
yeah,
consistent for Trevor Lawrence.
yeah.
I do know they were trying to probably
He just
shop.
don't get touched. He just don't get touchdowns the way
Yeah, he doesn't. And
his
again,
catch ratio versus touchdowns is like
exactly, exactly,
it's crazy. So yeah,
exactly.
I agree with you. I'll make him a 9 win team. In that division, maybe they're a wild card. You think?
I could definitely, definitely.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
I could definitely see them probably being a wild card. Um,
I don't think they've ever had their weapons around. I think Trevor Lawrence is better than what he actually is. I just don't think he's ever had the weapons
hmm
that he needs to get him to that next level.
Gotcha.
That's just
Okay.
my personal opinion. In my
Okay.
personal opinion, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So I mean, me and you kind of in the same one. I gave him 10 wins. You gave him 9. Like mind
Splitting
you,
hairs
I
once
told
again.
you, but I'll tell you, I'm reaching on that one. But I just think Jacksonville's got they if they could definitely prove me wrong. I ain't saying that I'm 100. I'm my belief in this
I hope they do because I
is
want to see good
swaying.
football.
Yeah,
I hope they
it's
do.
just some. But you're right with them losing ETN. I just think they don't know they really need him. I think they're the way they're trying to go with the offense is not built around ETN. They want to build more with Lawrence because they know Lawrence is capable. It's just they got to get that consistency out of him, and we're gonna see where they at with it now. Now the Tennessee Titans, baby. Listen, Tennessee Titans made some moves this year. The Tennessee Titans spent some money.
Refresh my memory.
As far as they added some receivers for Ward. I know they brought in Wandale Robinson. They brought in another receiver. They also brought in another running back, right? Because they want to try to utilize Pollard. They want to have a two running back monster that can complement Pollard more. I don't know if Tajay was the one, but defensively they do got some good pieces, but they did get rid of some dead weight. I'll say that.
Right, they did. They did. Yeah.
But I like Cam Ward, right? I like the fact that Cam Ward's there. I think Cam Ward, they're trying. You bringing in Saleh, Robert Saleh to be that defensive guru that he has been wherever he kind of touches. He builds a good defense that helps you stay
Everywhere he's been.
everywhere he goes. He builds a good defense that's gonna keep you in the game, right? It's just offensively, and I know right now offensively he went and got Brian Dabo for his offensive coordinator. I
Forgot
do
about
know
that.
that.
Forgot about that. Forgot
So
about that.
Dabo being there, hopefully that meshes well with Ward and Ward can flourish. But here's the deal. Vegas doesn't think they can win more than 6 games, right?
Right.
Because once you get over 6.5, you get into that plus territory. I'm gonna play it safe on this one. just off my gut, I want to give Tennessee Titans 6 wins this year.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm gonna give them. I want to take the over 5.5. That's where I'm. That's where I'm at with it. My conviction is just the fact that knowing that you having somebody like Cam Ward in your organization is very beneficial because he's very serious about his craft. He wants to win. He
Yeah.
wants to. He
Yeah.
wants to. He wants
He's
to.
gonna be a good QB. He's gonna be a good
Yeah,
QB.
he wants to be somebody that can be relied on, and putting him with Robert Saleh, I think, is a good look for him. Not necessarily as far as just who Saleh is, it's just kind of what he stands for as far as what he wants out of his players. He just wants guys that's tough, want to play football, and put their head down and work. And I think he's got that out of Cam Ward. Not to say he didn't have that anywhere else, but when he first got to, I believe, um, the Jets, who they had there probably didn't fit what he needed. And when they got AR, they were probably anticipating to be kind of rolling and trying to take control of a division. AR hurts himself, and Saleh was still trying to figure it out, and they were still trying to go with Zach Wilson, and things just took a turn for the worse, and then you see what happened there. So I'm gonna give them 6 wins this year, man, to get over 5.5.
Wow.
I don't know how you feel about it, but that's where I'm at with it.
You know what? I'm throwing my picks out here only because I'm blind of Tennessee, the Tennessee Titans. And I got family down there, so I hope they don't kill me for this. I'm going over 4.5, and that's it.
Okay.
And let me make sure I'm really clear with this. I think it's going to be a defensive ran team eventually. Whenever Robert Salah is behind the scenes, defense is going to be important. And they're a very young team, if I'm not mistaken. Would that be safe to assume?
Mhm.
Young team, young QB, new head coach, who's been in the league a while. Right now, I'm gonna put him at that 4.5 spot. I'll take the over on the 4.5 spot.
So, and that's where I know for the most part it's been they've been trying to get it back where it needs to be, and they've been kind of up and down. So, like I said, we only a game off from it. It's kind of speculatory, but we'll
Yeah,
we'll
yeah.
just go with it. But
Once again, I just think they're young. That's what I think they're young. I think they're figuring this thing out. I think they eventually gonna get there, but I don't think it's gonna be this year.
okay, okay, yep. All right. So that rounds out our AFC South. So listen, we gonna end it well. And I know Uncle Dad, you probably didn't have this because this is one me and you know about this division like the back of our hand. We can close our eyes and probably tell you who was on each team pretty much. So to round out this episode, we getting ready to talk about, baby. We about to talk about that AFC West. Now I know you
Let's
probably
do
don't
it.
have it. I'm gonna give you all of the odds, but I think for the most part, because we know so much about this division, that we kind of know where we would go with wins, right? And then from there,
Hmm.
I'll just kind of tell you the over and under. But first we gonna talk about the Kansas City Chiefs. Kansas City Chiefs is first on this list. I will say this: they have them as low as 8.5 wins over under to 12.5 wins over and under.
Can you do me one favor before we dive too deep in that?
Mhm.
Can we save our squad for last? If you don't want to do it that way, it's fine.
They're gonna be probably second to the last. I'm gonna tell you that. I don't
Okay,
want to put
I'm okay
them
with
right
that.
at last,
I'm okay with
just
that.
because of what the last one is pretty. It's pretty tricky, right? And it's very. The reason why I said this is gonna be a crazy division because
It's a tough division.
everyone's not gonna have a winning record. Let's just put it
Right,
like that.
right.
So let's just put this in perspective. And I'm gonna tell you right now, I think me and you have talked about it before. The Chiefs are coming off not making the playoffs, not having a winning season, Mahomes' injury. There's a lot that's transpired as far as with their defensive side that we know of, as far as players have been traded. They did re-sign Kels. They obviously brought back, from what I do know, latest news. They brought back Sneed. They did have some decent signings, some good signings in the draft. Um, and right now, Vegas though has them at a plus 440 of over 12 and a half wins. They got them at a plus 440. So Vegas is going really high. They don't think Chiefs gonna get 12 wins, right? If you go under that though, they're minus 600, which they believe that they're gonna be in a double digit win column. Under 8.5 wins, which is the lowest amount you can actually put them in for, they're a plus 190. But over, they're at a minus 230, which they feel pretty confident that the Chiefs can reach 9 wins.
Okay.
Um, I'm gonna let you kind of take lead real quick and just kind of let me know what you're thinking, and then wherever you think, I'm gonna kind of tell you what the odds over and under are. But I want to hear your opinion about this one, about where we at with this team right now.
It's hard for me right now because I ain't got no damn pen in my hand. Just found it. Sorry, I was sitting up here searching for a pen and shit. Here's the deal. And this is without looking at the schedule. So I don't know who else they play, if they're playing anybody like Cincinnati or anything, anybody like that.
Well, let me. I don't want to cut you off. I'm sorry. The Chiefs have, and this is just in order. Currently, right now, the Chiefs are in like the top four as strength of schedule. They're at the top, so they have one of the toughest schedules this year.
Okay. Okay. Thank you for that. Once again, it Pat Mahomes is one of the top quarterbacks in the league right now.
Okay.
So I think they'll at least get 10 wins at a minimum.
Okay.
I don't know if I go over 12 wins for the Chiefs this year.
Mm,
Um, Kelsey's getting older. I like Kels. Kelsey's getting older. Shit, they shutting down all of New York and shit for the wedding this year?
yeah, I think it's coming up if it ain't
So
already
yeah, you
happened.
you shut down fucking Madison Square Garden and four surrounding blocks. And shout out to the restaurants in that area. I hope y'all are able to make some money that day. But they're shutting the restaurants down. So me being in the food service industry, that's near and dear to my damn heart. But I think that was kind of a jackass move. But shout out to y'all. You know, hey, enjoy your day. I'm really gonna put I'm gonna put the Chiefs pretty much around a 12-win team this year. We know what Denver's gonna do. We
So
don't.
yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I I think they're gonna split with teams like for one. I think they'll split with the Raiders this year.
Hmm.
You'll fuck around and get swept by Denver.
Mm,
Denver got a really good defense. Denver's defense and Houston's defense ain't that damn different.
right.
That defense can ball. Um, Bo Nix, I think he's a great game manager. I ain't taking and I hate that term to a certain degree. It's like when people say it's a two-way player in fucking NBA. That drives me nuts. But I think Denver's gonna be a better team this year with the addition of Waddle and
Yeah.
what they already had. That running back's gonna be better. So I honestly, you can fuck around and get swept by Denver this year. That puts you in a serious hole. If you split with the Raiders and split with Sandy, I'm sorry, the Chargers, you're in some trouble now, Slick.
Right.
So coming off an injury, Travis getting a little bit older. The receivers don't scare me. They don't have receivers that get that separation like your Jeffersons, your Chase of the world. My bad, I meant to say Chase and Jeffersons of the world, your Jonathan Smith and Jig, but they don't have that separation. And these defenses are getting better.
Mm,
So I'm gonna give them 12 wins. I think they can get that. That's without knowing the schedule. But you said it was one of the top five hardest.
yeah.
I'll give them 12 games only because you got Pat and Andy Reid.
Now I will say this.
They'll do some more razzle dazzle shit
Okay. So
and get you a win, extra win or two.
I will say this. If you give them 12 wins, they got them at 11 and a half at plus 240. So Vegas is not super confident they're gonna get 12 wins.
What's under 12 wins then?
They're at 10.5. No, what's under 12 is 10.5 wins, and they got them at plus 135.
Listen, I actually lock me at the 10.5.
Okay, so you think they get 11 wins?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Um, so I'm gonna be pretty quick on this one because I think the Chiefs, with the additions that they did as far as bringing in another running back, obviously keeping their offensive line how it is, um, ma- able to adjust where they need to, having Mahomes there. I'm gonna be honest, man. I'm not giving them no more than nine to 10 wins. I
You know
actually,
what, Rob? I'm sorry. I hate to interrupt. I just thought about something because I got a text message from my daughter. Hell no, I'm not getting into 11.5. Now that I think about it.
well, yeah. I mean, that
My
was just
bad.
your opinion.
I said and forgot they tricked off their whole damn secondary.
Yeah, I mean they.
Two corners gone and a safety.
Well, they
Safety
brought
went
Snead.
to
I will say they did bring Ladarius Snead back, right? But you know why he's there. He's there to kind of be a veteran leader.
mentor.
Well, and we always talk about that when you want to
His
build your
knees, man,
defense.
his knees is worse than the hookers.
Well, yeah, but that's the whole point of it. You know
And shout
when
out to hookers. We love y'all too, but no, his knees are terrible.
yeah, but I mean again, he's not there to be somebody that's supposed to be all pro. He's supposed to be there somebody that can teach the young
Mentor the
bucks.
young kid.
Yeah, and that's where.
Messador, I fuck up names all the time, so I'm sorry.
Mhm.
But Messador out of LSU, that's the only reason he's there.
Yeah, I mean they
That's
they
easy
want to make
money.
sure that. But again, I wanna just kind of break that down. Like I said, I wasn't gonna take a lot of with these guys because I'm just breaking out things that I see and what we obviously know from this division. The Chiefs have been a team that made 7 AFC championships, multiple Super Bowls. Obviously came out and won, I think 3 of them to be exact. Mahomes' contract is starting to kick in. The Chiefs are having to try to make sure that they can keep certain things intact while still having him. And one of the things they're leaning on heavy is the offensive line. They've noticed that whenever they haven't had an offensive line, things get a little quirky. Last year, Mahomes was the leading rusher for the Chiefs. That's not something they wanted. Obviously, he sustained a knee injury. They saying that he's gonna play week one. I do know this. I don't know the Chiefs' schedule, but I know week one they play Denver. That's for a fact. I already
I
know
think
that
you're right. You're right. I
they
think that
play
game's in.
Denver.
Is
They
that game
play.
in
I
Arrowhead?
now don't get me quoted. I thought it was on the road, but it might be in Arrowhead. Um, I'm
What you
not
give them?
giving. I'm not giving the Chiefs 9 wins, 10 wins. I'm sorry. I'm not giving the Chiefs 10 wins. But Vegas believes they can get more than 9 wins. Vegas believes that they can get 10 because the over for 9.5 is a minus 130. So
Okay.
they're confident that they're the odds for them to go under 9.5 is at a plus 110. And me being the betting man I am, I'm taking that because I do believe there's stronger teams right now in the division. I think a lot of people like going on the lure of they got Andy Reid and Pat Mahomes. This is not a knock on Andy Reid. It's ain't a knock on Pat Mahomes. But when you have a not perfect, but you have some key pieces and you have those pieces for multiple years, you're going to benefit from that. Having
Mm-hmm.
Travis Kelsey in his prime, having Tyreek Hill, having the ability to play that style you want. I know they got Eric Bieniemy back, but that doesn't mean it's going to transition for them to more multiple wins because he's going to run the ball more. I
I
think
don't think
I
Eric. I don't think Eric Bieniemy, as much as I like him, I don't think he'll be responsible for one win this year. I don't mean that in a bad way. I think he's gonna help clean up a lot of shit on a disciplinary side that we seen that they were making mistakes on last year.
yeah.
I think it enhanced the running game, but I don't think. Oh boy, out of Seattle's the answer.
I think it's definitely going. I think they're definitely going to be a better running football team. I don't think Mahomes is going to be the leading rusher this year. What I will say is, and the reason why
Hey,
I'm
let me ask you a question. With the exception of Brian Westbrook, when has Andy Reid really led a team in running?
I don't even know. I mean, Brian Westbrook definitely led the team in running,
That
but
boy is a beast. That boy is a beast. But outside of that,
he was more of
Bo
a
Culture
Swiss.
and anybody else he had, that boy Reid don't
Yeah,
run that ball.
Westbrook was more of a Swiss Army knife,
Scat
right? He
back,
was kind of like that. But
a true
yeah,
scat.
I think just with having them,
And shout out
um,
to Shady. I left out Shady on that too. But I'm just telling you, Andy Reid don't like throwing that ball. I mean, he prefers to throw that ball.
yeah, I forgot what I
And
was
as
gonna
soon as
say.
Pat say I don't feel no pain in that leg, knee, whatever's
That's what I
ailing
was getting ready to
him,
say. That's what I could thank you. With Patrick Mahomes, man, um, definitely coming off a knee injury. I don't know how he's going to handle the situation. I don't know if he's going to be in a knee sleeve or brace, but somebody that's as mobile as he is that can create on the move, they're going to have to. He's going to have to stay in the pocket and deliver the ball more. I don't know if that's going to be something that they're going to be able to manifest a lot of wins off of that, unless they come up with some very quirky stuff. You were right when you said it earlier about they receivers don't seem like something that you're not really scared of their receivers,
no.
right? So it's just kind of one of those things where they're going to have to be very creative. They're going to have to win some tough football games. And I don't know if they got enough juice worth to squeeze for that this year.
Amen, brother. Keep cooking.
So
Keep cooking.
that's why I kind of left it at I don't know if they'll get over 9 wins. A lot of people are expecting them to. I'm pretty sure they're going to come out once just because Patrick Mahomes is going to be eligible to play. He's already showing signs. Come beginning of the year, everybody's gonna be picking the Chiefs. They're gonna pick them because what they've already done. And I'm a firm believer of the NFL is not something that you want to harp on what somebody did in the past. It's actually what you're doing when you're going
Today.
moving in forward, right? You got to
Absolutely.
show it. You got to show that transition forward. And the Chiefs, everyone's kind of up in the hoopla about what they've done in the past and say when they walk in the room, yeah, we're a walking 30 ball, and you're not no more.
Right.
We're a walking 30 points, or we're a walking 10-win team,
Right.
and you're starting to show that you can't. Because mind you, a lot of people want to say, well, Mahomes got hurt. Mahomes got hurt at the end of the season. There was only 2 games left when he got hurt.
That's correct. That's correct.
They
That's
weren't.
correct.
They were already out the dumps. They were still trying to fight to get into the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
So that was that. That's where I'm at with it. I'm gonna give them under 9 wins, even though I know it's a plus 110. They could get 10, but again, that would make it very difficult for me for these other teams that we're getting ready to talk about. So on to the Denver Broncos. Very, very interesting about the Denver Broncos because you
What
brought
what
them up.
what
You brought them up earlier.
what Vegas got him?
Vegas definitely has them from 7.5 wins all the way up to 11.5 wins.
What was the Chiefs max or cap that they had
12 and a
Chiefs
half.
under?
12 and a half
Really?
to 8.5. Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
exactly. But I will say this: for them to get the 11.5 wins, they from the looks of it, they have the best. They probably have like some of the best odds in this division right now.
Okay.
Some of them, they have the best odds as far as like what they could do. Now, I will say there's other teams as far as like with the 11.5 because the Chiefs they got them at 12.5 and it's just like astronomical. But Denver, we looking at it. I'm looking at 7.5. Over is minus 330. Under is 270. 8.5 is minus 190. Under plus 160. 9.5 over minus 110. Under 110. 10.5 over plus 155. Under 180. And 11.5 obviously plus 270. Under 330. I'm gonna tell you right now, Uncle Daddy. Even with everything you were talking about earlier, because you kind of already hit on everything with the Broncos early, so I'm not really gonna dive into everything. Like I said, everything that's going on as far as personnel. I think the Broncos 10-win team. I think the Broncos are a 10-win team. I think that they can. If it, I could say 11.5. That would give them 12 wins. That would put them at like 12-5. But I'm gonna give them the over 10.5, and I'm gonna not 10.5. I'm gonna give them the over 9.5, and take the minus 110 on this
So you don't believe the Broncos can get 12 wins?
one. Could, but I'm kind of looking at it the fact of their division, tough division. It's a tough division.
So if you don't believe they can get 12 wins, you got to be favoring the Chargers.
I mean, we talking about the Broncos right now.
We're gonna get there, but
We're talking about the Broncos right now. So I mean,
so I'm gonna tell you this, and I don't. Once again, I don't know their schedule. I think the Broncos gonna be a 12-win team this year.
okay, that puts them
I
at
don't
plus.
think they.
That's a
I
plus two
don't think they
seventy.
lost. And correct me wrong. I don't think they lost much on defense if they
So
lost any
I want to.
in
I
free
want
agency.
to. Okay, so just for clarity.
That's the top five defense.
Well, hold on. Just for clarity. Just for clarity. I wanna make this clear why I did not pick them to pick 12 wins.
Do tell.
Last year, the Broncos did something that the Chiefs had done.
Don't do it. Don't do it. You talking about winning them close games?
If you they should have lost to the Giants. Chat, put down there. Those guys who remember the Broncos Giants game, if I
Yeah.
could go back and show it, they should have lost that game. I don't know what the hell Dabo and what's the quarterback? Damn, I
Dart.
can't Dart. I don't know what was going on. I don't know what the offensive coordinator was doing. They should have lost that game. Should never won it. The reason why the reason why I'm saying that is because that doesn't always happen. Yeah, you might get one or two, maybe three or four games like that. They had over seven. That's a weird shift. So I can't count on that's going to always happen. Are they going to be a team that's going to put up a lot of points? We don't know.
No.
That's why I said I'm kind of giving them at the 10 wins. 10 wins I feel like is fair where I feel comfortable with that. It's not even a gamble to me. I didn't want to take him because this division is very murky to pick out, right? As far as like who could be the front runner year over year, because everybody is teams are very competitive on
So
paper.
so I'm gonna say this. I think the Broncos will be a 12-win team or
Okay,
better this year. I think Broncos win the AFC West this year. That's
okay,
just me.
all right, that's fair.
Um,
That's definitely fair.
I don't have the numbers in front of me, but I'm telling you, I just think they'll be a 12-win team or better this year. They picked up Waddle. I don't think they lost much on defense during free agency. If I recall, they drafted pretty well. Um, this is all predicated on what Bo Nix is going to look like health wise, because I'm hearing a bunch of different shit about knee, leg, ass, elbow, pinky finger. I mean, what is it? Shit. Does he have a sore throat?
Yeah,
Can he play? I mean, you're hearing too much out there at camp, but that's some Sean Payton shit. That's what them
right,
kind of coaches like to
right,
do.
right.
But I think if that team comes out healthy this year, I got them as a 12-win team because that defense to me is lights out.
Okay,
I, once again, I don't want to shit on Bo Nix and call him. I think game manager sometimes is an insult, but I think he doesn't make mistakes.
yeah, yeah. I see what you're saying. No, it's
And
true.
you got some weapons now that don't make mistakes. So I think that's going to elevate their game. And let's go back just for 1 second because I know we got to finish up, but go back for 1 second. I look at teams sometimes when they win those games by 3 points or less. Sometimes that's a good thing because it's showing elevation. And sometimes that's a bad thing because you're struggling to win those games.
Yeah,
I think them being a young team, by them losing those close games, they'll get better. But when you're an older team and that shit happens, it shows the decline of where you came from.
got you.
So it's kind of a double-edged sword to me when we talk about, oh, we lost by 3 points. Oh, we lost by 2 points. It depends on if your team is either going up or down.
Hmm.
That's why I think that makes a huge difference.
Right. And rightfully so. Like I said, man, you picking them at 12 wins, that's a plus 270. So
I think it'd be the cream of the
yeah,
crop of that division.
and that could be 100% true. Like I said, I know they did not lose a lot, but I also know
Mhm.
they offensively they were a little inept last year. I think that was just because they had a lot of new pieces. Wide receivers, it was just all over the place. But adding Waddle
Their
gives them a
defense
better.
was, let's be honest, their offense was anemic.
Yeah, but like you said, adding Waddle really helped, and
Right.
it's just the progression of Bo Nix is where we're gonna look at it at. So we ain't far off, man. I mean, You think they're gonna be 12 wins? I mean, we are. That's probably since we started this. Uh, I think that's the furthest off me and you been as far as with a team. So, hey, we'll
Okay.
see what happens. You know what I'm saying? Now we get into nitty gritty. This is motherfucker. This is what I've been waiting on.
Yes, sir. I know where you're going.
Las Vegas Raiders, baby. Now you man. Let me tell you something. You not gonna see a spread, a win loss like this. I'm gonna tell you now. The Raiders win loss is the worst in this division, as far as like how many games they think they're gonna win
I bet.
and
I bet.
lose. So Raiders, the lowest amount they have them at is 3.5. Yeah, they over under. The highest. This is the highest because they wouldn't dare put it higher than that because they know everybody will load in on the bets because they're assuming that the highest wins they think they're going to get this year or just on record 7.5 wins. So they think they can't get any more than 8.
Okay.
I'm gonna go first and I'm gonna let you finish it off with them. Hey man, so if you guys didn't already know on our on the Raider Nation Central channel, man, we did our part one and part two of our Raider predictions, and Uncle Daddy had them in the playoffs basically by his record. He did. He had them in the playoffs, and rightfully so. I mean, he had them over a 10-win team. You guys go check out those episodes. Pretty dope, man. I had them one game off. I had them. I believe I had them at 8 and 9 though. I had them at 8 and 9. I think you had them at 10 wins. So by my record, I would still have them winning over 7 games, I have them winning over 7.5. I'm gonna stick with that because I've already we broke down that schedule, and mind you, we did say this could adjust, but by rule, even when we just went through it, I mean, we had them, and I can't remember everything, but me and you definitely, I know in that first stretch of games, in that first 9 games, we had them on a 3-game losing streak. Me and you identically had them on
Yeah,
the
because
three.
it was kind of an ugly. It
It
was
was a
kind of
ugly it was ugly run. It was like
yeah,
Bills,
yeah, yeah.
New England. I can't remember. I don't know if it was Chargers or whoever rounded it out. But man, I'm going with them at 8.5 wins. If I that Vegas doesn't have it any higher right now, so I gotta go with that. But that's a plus 230. But it's weird because Vegas has the under is minus 280. So Vegas is more. They believe more of them not winning more than 7 games than them winning more than 7 games. And I'm that's where I was at on it. Um, if I wanted to play it safe, I could just say give me the Raiders at 4.5 at minus 240. But I ain't doing that shit. I'm a fucking Raider. All right. And from what I could tell is I do know with what they're trying to do with the offense, the defense alone. Now we sitting here we talking about defenses, and they seem to, which I do know, a lot of people are not high on our secondary yet, which is fine, perfectly fine. Let them prove it, but they should be very, 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 very high on our freaking front line and our
Front
linebackers.
seven, front seven.
You should definitely be very aware of who was there. With that alone, man, I know they can pull out 8 wins just as long as everybody's healthy. N'Kobe Dean is somebody I'm just hoping that stays healthy. And they get what Quay Walker is my sleeper defensive player for the Raiders this year. I know Max is probably gonna want to play out of his mind, but Walker is more versatile than Max is as far as being able to cover and also rush. So that's where I'm at with it, man. What you think? What you think, Uncle Dave? Go ahead, give it to the people.
So here's the deal. I think the night that I said 10 wins, I was obviously loaded. Wishful thinking. It's that black and silver that runs through my veins.
Oh man, yo man,
But I do recall when we went through that schedule, we were going game by game. So
yeah,
there's something that told me we can get to 10 wins.
yeah.
I'm going to be honest with you. It's really hard to go against Vegas. Vegas got this shit figured out.
Hmm.
They was they was algorithms before algorithms. They was Google before Google when
Right.
they figured out this sport betting.
Right.
I still want to take the high over 7 wins.
Okay. I mean, we both at the same that because I
I
think you was anyway.
I just think they're sleeping. One thing I think people are sleeping on right now is our defense. The secondary doesn't scare me as much. Now, the one thing that does scare me this year, moving into this season, and I hope we address this, is the wide receiver room.
Hmm.
That's my biggest fear going into this season. It ain't the corners. Corners could be better, but we drafted some young secondary players, so we'll be fine.
Yeah.
The wide receiver room has me more nervous than anything, but
Hmm.
I'm hearing some good news about some of these other players.
Right.
So gambling Jerry tells me 7.5 over.
Yeah.
Drunk Uncle Daddy tells me 10 wins. Now you get that damn tequila in me, I'm going 10, 12 wins probably. But seriously, can we, if you really think about it, 10 games ain't that much different than 7.5.
It isn't,
Now,
but those,
now 17-week season, yeah, but
yeah, yeah,
anything can happen.
anything
And
can happen.
Vegas has been wrong before. And shout out to Vegas. Y'all know that's my number one city. I love to visit.
Hmm.
Yeah, but other than that, yeah.
I mean, we both on the same with that. Like I said, I knew once I seen that it was just kind of gonna be one of them where I feel like we both were gonna take them over 7.5. I think just in
Yeah, yeah.
hindsight, we know they did enough to be able to garner 8 wins this year.
I think so. No,
Just in my opinion.
I think that's very
Now
safe.
I'm very as far as I'm optimistic that they're going to get 8 wins. Past that, that was where it kind of got a little tricky because I still, like you said, I'm like you. I want to see what this wide receiver room going to do. I know there's a lot of guys they want to see ascend and get better. There's guys that they've already put in position. They want to see if they're going to keep getting better or they're going to have to pivot and make other moves. And that's
Right,
something I think we're going to see this year. But I
right.
will say this, and I mean, you didn't say it, but I thought you were going to say it. Brock Bowers is still the number one option for the Raiders
I
right
mean, come on, man. That goes without mention.
but you adding Genty and Genty could get more passing work. Obviously he did last year, and that's probably something that Kubiak's gonna try and do more. But I do know that the fact that them want to run a two-headed monster, that offense is gonna be a lot different. I think that we've seen in the past few years, and they could surprise us. Kubiak
Offensive line's gonna be better.
Yeah, offensive line is definitely gonna be better. Add the additions they made. Just let me believe, man, y'all could win 8 games. That's not gonna win you the division, but it's definitely trending in the right direction.
In the right direction. That's
Right.
correct. That's correct.
All right. So
Cool.
we got that with the Raiders. Now, to round off this show, man, it's the last but not least, is the LA Chargers. The Harbaugh led LA Chargers. Now I will say this: the lowest wins they have them at is 7.5 over under. And the highest is 11.5 over under. And again, I'm gonna go first on this one because you said something earlier, and I was trying to wait to get to it. I believe the Chargers are 11-win team this year. Now I will
So you
say
got you have the Chargers over Denver.
I think the Chargers could actually beat Denver this year. Yes, I think they
Okay.
have a better record than Denver. I don't know if they'll sweep Denver. I don't even know if the Chargers will sweep the division. I believe they could. Here's the thing: is I believe the Chargers could definitely sweep one team, maybe two, depending on who that is. Who knows? Because the Chargers sometimes it's like that old saying: the Raiders gonna Raiders, the Chargers gonna Charger at some point. It's gonna be something that they're gonna lose the game to somebody they shouldn't lose to, and a lot of times they toughest games will be in division. So I could see where they could beat Denver twice, man. Who knows? And lose to the Raiders once and the Chiefs once. You know, I don't know if anybody's gonna sweep the Chargers this year. I think the Chargers, what they did as far as the additions they made, as far as bringing in a different offensive coordinator, was very
That's gonna be
beneficial to
huge.
her.
That's gonna be huge for them.
That's where it got with me with why I think they're gonna take another leap because outside, even though I know what Bo Nix did with Denver, Justin Herbert last year showed me he's a tough SOB. He's a tough
Agreed.
guy playing
Agreed.
football, man. And I think Harbaugh loves that. I think having Omari Hampton healthy would be beneficial. As far as receivers, I don't Herbert doesn't need top tier receivers. He just needs guys to be able to catch the ball. As long as you got
Agreed.
good pass catchers, that's gonna be beneficial for him. So if I pick them at being 11 wins, that's at plus 135. That's not too crazy, but I was gonna go 12, which I still think they could get 12 wins. That will put me at 240. But if I'm betting this today, I'm taking the 10.5 off the rip. I'm taking them for 11 wins. The under, which is very intriguing too, if I just felt like they were a 10-win team, is 130. I get them at 10 wins at 130 over 9.5 for 130. And I'm still kind of teetering that, but I think these guys are because I believe Denver's a 10-win team. I just don't know if they would actually win the division with the Chargers there being at 10.5. I feel like the Chargers will be a game ahead of Denver. So I'm taking the Chargers at 10.5 at 135. You let me know where you at.
So you think Chargers going to be a better team than Denver this year?
Yeah.
And I'm assuming, and quote me if I'm wrong, I'm assuming you're basing it off of the quarterback.
Yeah, I just think the Chargers, even though they look a little streaky at times, I think they Herbert can get it done.
So, in my personal opinion, I think the Chargers can be a 12-win team.
Okay.
Every damn year, and Charger fans, I'm sorry, I'm not putting a bad juju out there. It's a goddamn injury. Offensive lineman, safety, a key player. Like, what's going on with your strength and conditioning coaches that y'all lose one or two key players on both sides of the ball every year?
Yeah.
That's why I have such a hard time buying into the Chargers.
Yeah.
I
True.
like the way the teams. I like the way the team's constructed.
Yeah, it's true.
I actually think the team should be top in the AFC West right now.
Hmm.
If you're gonna make a move to leapfrog yourself up,
Yeah.
but man, somebody's gonna get hurt,
Yeah.
fired, something bullshit. It's a dead cat running around that locker room.
Hmm.
They are the Dallas Cowboys of the AFC West.
Facts.
So, as much as I want to take the Chargers to win that, and I love your gamble on that, you got them at 11 and a half, right?
I got him. I went. I got him at 10.5. So 10.5 is at plus 135.
I
11
would
and a
love to
half.
take them. I would love to take them at the high, at the 11 and a half.
Yeah, that's it too.
They
That's at
just
plus
scared the
240.
shit out of me.
Yeah. Yeah, that's at plus 240. So yeah, I could definitely see them doing that.
Here's
I
the
just
deal, Rob. Fuck it. You know what? Let's hit the button. One of these teams in the AFC West got to win 12 games.
yeah.
I would take that. I would take that at the 11 and a half. I would take the over with that for the
With the Chargers.
Chargers.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Ain't
really
nothing wrong with
would.
that. Like I said, there's that's definitely a possibility. I think they, like I said, I think they are 11-win team. That would put them at 11-6, but 12-5 is just as doable as well. Um, Barring like injuries and all that, I think that they could get it done. If the Chargers don't have a bunch of injuries like you saying, who knows what the sky's the limit for them.
Sky's the limit.
Sky's the limit for them, and that's where it gets a little. That's when things get a little interesting in the AFC West. If the Chargers get it going, and I believe a Harbaugh led team, he doesn't settle for anything but hard work and putting your head down and trying to get the job done. So
Right, right,
and
right.
bringing in McDaniel's with which that's another thing I like. Harbaugh didn't try to go get some old fogey that he was cool with. He went and got some new blood that can really relate and be able to draw up some better plays that
Absolutely.
that Harbaugh's gonna
And
like
he's out
anyway.
there. And let's get it twisted. Is his name Mike McDaniels?
Yeah,
He can dial up some plays, bro.
yeah, he can definitely dial up some
He
plays.
can dial up some plays.
Yeah, he can
You
dial
know?
up some plays. It's what it
Yeah.
is. Now, and again, man, it's I was kind of going back and forth, but every time I look at them, I'm like, they actually are good. It's just sometimes, man, I don't know what it is. Like sometimes they look like they ain't gonna be stopped, and then
Right.
sometimes it's like, oh, well, that guy's hurt. That guy's hurt. He's gone. Like last,
Yeah.
I think last year they lost all their running backs.
Yeah.
They lost all their running backs.
Like they
Then they
strength and
came back late.
conditioning coaches are
Yeah,
trash.
that's probably what they need to work on. So that
Yeah.
whoever that guy is, he's probably old as hell. You don't have him stretching or something. He ain't got him
No,
taking
no,
all the electrolytes or whatever
ain't
it
taking
is,
no
man.
cod liver oil and
Yeah, you
shit.
got
You know,
me.
back in
Give them they
the
omega threes and
right.
everything, man. What's they nutrition though? So, hey, man,
Salt
listen.
licks and shit, you know, but yeah.
That was one of the ones I felt like that's where I didn't want to move it because it was one of the ones where I was really thinking hard about it. I knew where we was gonna go with the Raiders. But the Chargers, I do like you taking them with the 12 wins. That's a big gamble, and I think Vegas is anticipating everybody do that because if they get stuck at 11 wins, they clean house and everybody else is on the outside looking in. But listen, man, that was that first half of the AFC West breakdown. We're gonna do another episode. You guys, man, I appreciate y'all for riding with us. We
Thanks for
went
hanging out
through it.
with us.
We definitely having fun doing this, man. Listen, I'm like I said, I'm a prop better. I'm a odds futures better.
And
I do
yo,
all of
I need to throw a disclosure out here, a disclaimer, whichever one it is. Uncle Daddy hurt his back, yo. Don't ask how. But if I've been frowning the whole show, I picked up some shit wrong. And my back has just been a little bit bothering me. But other than that, I'll be all right before the next show.
them. Yeah,
So
yeah.
my
Don't
apologies.
worry about
My
man. We
apologies if
already
I'm
know.
looking
Listen,
mad, y'all.
listen. We gonna have some fun on these check in episodes, man.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
because we gonna come in, check in with you guys, let you guys know what's going on, talk some shit about some football, see if we gonna make each other some money this year. This show we gonna do a
And
lot of
shout
prop.
out to any gambling institution that wants to pick us up. We will dive
Oh man,
deeper
yeah,
in this.
listen, prize picks, playmaker, underdog, go ahead hit us up, man. I use all them platforms. Bet
I don't give a damn if it's
365,
Pookie. I don't care
hit
if
me
it's
up.
Pookie on the corner. We'll
Yeah.
invest in you as
Well, I don't
well.
want to
We can
fuck with
all
Pookie.
invest.
No, I don't want Pookie. Yeah, Pookie. I don't know about Pookie. I don't know about Pookie's parlays or whatever you want to call it.
Absolutely.
But listen, man, yo, I'm your boy, man. This your boy, Raider Rob, aka Moon Rock. You've been tuned in to League Check, checking in, episode 1. Glad you guys was hanging out with us. Sorry. But this is just the first part. We're gonna do the second part of the whole NFC. Want you guys to come in here, chill with us.
Absolutely.
Uncle Daddy here. Hey, Uncle Daddy, before we get out here, you gotta tell the people, man, what kind of IPA you been drinking on? Cause see, they only see that. Which I'm glad. Hold on, listen. I'm glad you put it in the glass because if they ain't paying us, we ain't showing it.
There you go.
There you go.
I've been rocking with a Voodoo Ranger Hazy IPA.
Okay. Okay.
So shout out
So
to Voodoo Ranger. Get at us.
hey man, listen. Voodoo Ranger, Uncle Daddy's a fan. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Big
But
fan.
hey
Big
man,
fan.
listen. I'm gonna tell you now, it's gonna be a lot. We're gonna have a lot of fun this season. You guys, we're gonna be dropping episodes every week, just trying to keep everybody engaged. I know football is right around the corner. It's gonna get more amped up as the season progresses. There's gonna be a lot more things we're gonna be able to talk about. Right now, news is kind of slow, so we're just kind of having a little bit of fun, man. But listen, be on the lookout for more content that we're gonna be dropping. All right, this ain't just all we're gonna do, just talking about prop bets. It's gonna be a lot of things. We're gonna talk about news topics. We're gonna talk about some
Everything.
dumb. We're gonna talk about some dumb shit that's happening around the league. Anything and everything that's about sports, we're gonna talk about it. All right. So
Absolutely.
without further ado, man. Again, I appreciate you guys for stopping by. If you're new to the channel, go ahead, give us a like, give us a subscribe. Leave a comment on what you think. What's the odds you gonna take for some of these teams that we yelled out today in the AFC? And we gonna be back with the NFC. Don't even worry about that. All right. But yeah, man, I think that's all I got for tonight, man. So if you ain't got anything else, Uncle Daddy, we're gonna get up out of here.
I just want to thank everybody for hanging out with us. Smash them buttons, them subscribes, likes, and everything else. And tell us what we can do better. Tell us what y'all want us to talk about.
Yeah, man. Definitely. Leave that in the comments. Tell us
Definitely.
what you want us to talk about, because we'll talk about anything. Trust me. Me and Uncle Daddy,
We'll talk about your team and your favorite beer in your city.
there you
Just
go.
hey,
There you
interact
go.
with us.
There
Interact
you
with us,
go.
y'all.
Matter of
We
fact, I
love
do
y'all.
want to know that. Some of the beers? What's the favorite beers around the country? Because some people we do have our versions in each area. Well, certain
Absolutely.
certain ones, dude. Not because I know there's a lot of local brewed beers that most people don't even talk
Absolutely.
about. Everybody tries to go to the mainstream stuff and forget all that, man. Listen, tell us
And
what beer you like in your
and
town,
here's
all
the
right?
deal. Being that me and Rob is from the barbecue capital of the world, what's your favorite beer to drink with your barbecue?
Right, right.
Hit us up.
Hit us up, man. So, yo, man, you like again? I'm your boy Rob, Uncle Daddy. We gonna see you when we see you, and I'm out.
Peace.